Hello and welcome back to Interstellar Global Podcast with your host, the Benji Effect. You know what time it is. Like I said, we took a break. We're back with like another amazing two other artists in the city. They've been working, they're young in the city as well, so bear with us, bear with them, process their work rate, see how they operate, understand where they're coming from in the city. This is one of the artists is from Swansea, one of the artists is from Liverpool itself in the city. So I'm gonna pass that over to Rdog and MB.
Yo, what you telling me?
What you saying, boy? Good.
I'm blessed. Obviously, from my perspective, I've just seen you lot drop a recent music video. So I've seen the hype around it from your work rate, yourself, Rdog, because I've seen you've been working in the city. I want to break down some more information. So if you want to introduce yourself first off so they know who you are, what you do, break that down for them. Same for you, MB.
Obviously, it's go by the name of Rdog, innit? Fucking Scouse rapper. Fucking obviously 2B shit, innit?
And being from Swansea, doing music still.
I hear that. So in regards to music, what is the biggest thing to you that pushes you to do music every day, for example?
Just the motivation, really, you know? You gotta have the mindset, you know? Can we sit there, just put a spliff? I'll just be sitting there, I'll be like, yo, this beat's mad, bro. You know what I mean? I just like, yo, I need to write, but then sometimes man won't be feeling it too much. Like, I go to write, I get a writer's block, but you just gotta obviously you just gotta keep going, innit? And obviously I see a light at the end of the tunnel. And obviously if I can get me mumsy at the end and shit, bro, that's the plan, innit?
So in regards to how you just said that writer's block again, this is for you, Rdog. Like how do you like break that door open, for example? How do you make yourself?
To be fair, I just take a little break, innit? Just take a little break, because really, like, music-wise, like, I think the UK scene's half going a little bit dead, really. Like, I listen to the Scousers, really, like, like obviously Bobby, Mazza, MB, even you, bro, you're on it, like, I fuck with that more, so I just step back a little bit, take it in. So, like, obviously, before I was going to court and that, I went to the studio, fucking recorded like 12 songs, something like that, 13 songs, a few of the boys and that. And then after that, bro, I couldn't write nothing for like 2 weeks, because I just put everything in for that weekend, you know what I mean? But
so in regards to that same question, so you've got 13 songs, pretty much you did that off your back.
Yeah.
Are you processing that for a tape, an album, a mixtape? How are you looking to go with that?
Don't really know right now, to be fair. I take it as it comes, you know.
Is this just because of like the court cases and the street madness that's happening around you?
Yeah, everything keeps like slowing the process down a bit, but it's only gonna slow it down. They can't stop it at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
What's your working process like, MB? Do you get writer's block?
I do, you know. Yeah, I do still.
How do you work around your writer's block?
Same with my man, bro. Just stop doing it for a bit, innit? But not stop doing it for a bit, like, take my time off writing bars and that, and then obviously when it comes, I have a beat, it comes back, innit?
Okay. So have you got any projects coming up in the process? Because he's got 17 songs from what I'm hearing. That should be pressure for you.
Yeah, do you know what? I've got bare tracks there, you know. I was just planning on releasing them, really. So I don't even know what I want to do, but I'm just planning on releasing.
Okay. So do we have any time frame for anything that you're looking at releasing? Because it's now a new year. Are you looking to do it in the summer, the winter, in the cold, wait until the end of the year?
Got one track in there called FIFA. Done that. It's ready to be released soon, really. Just waiting on a couple shit. And then I got my one on the remix and tricks and that. So yeah, it's lit, bro, I'm telling you.
So that one's got I think at least 3 or 4 features. 4 features on that one?
3 man on there, yeah, including me. So 4.
4. Okay. So so you lot finished the song?
Yeah, it's all done. It's ready to be released now. It's waiting on me.
Oh, so it's MB crack again. So like, back to my question, when's the next release? Because I'll be honest, the recent release I've seen you release is the one you released yesterday as well. Waiting Game? Is it Waiting Time? Waiting Time. Yeah, I'm lost there. Break it down for me. How did that come along? Because that's between you two as an artist, right?
Yeah. So obviously I've watched, like, before I work with an artist, innit? I don't just be like, oh yeah, I'll work with you. Like, I look at them in this, so obviously I've had my eye on my man. Don't know how he feels about me, but he was looking at me.
Well, I know you, come on, bro.
You don't have to fucking, I had my eye on my man since 30, fucking Bobby's tape, one of my best tunes was the one with him on it. That No Questions, you get me? So I was watching him, innit? Whereas Busy, I already knew him, innit? Because he knows the boys, innit? So
See, for me, yeah, as a separate artist to your work as well as a fan as well, I'll be honest, working from the Liverpool scene, I can tell it's really hard for you to like progress because sometimes being a Scouser as well is really hard for you to diverse your kind of style because you have to actually stay to what everyone wants to hear, basically. But you actually being in the city, I've seen you grow really fast, but sometimes I feel like your direction is getting changed every time. What is the reason for that? Is it still the writer's block, or is it just because you just can't decide what to aim for in music as well as being in the streets or being around your friends or
just
going?
you get a bit stuck up sometimes, and it's like, obviously I'm not going to talk too much. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to talk too much, but like obviously sometimes your mind gets distracted. Just kind of trying to keep that balance between it and not over push it, because you can really fuck up your life if you push one side too much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, that brings me to a question. That brings me to you as well, MB. What's like the most difficult decision you've had to make musically?
Bro, to be honest, I think, you know, picking who you're going to collab with and that. Obviously, you need to collab with the right people in it for the chemistry and the track to be there. So, I can't lie, but I find collabing with different artists quite hard, you know what I mean? You have to find the right person to collab with, bro. Make the track hard, innit?
I like that feedback on that. What's your thoughts on that, Rdog?
What was the question?
The question is pretty much like, what is the most like difficult decisions you've had to make in music?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing as well. You know, the collabs, innit? Collabs, you gotta make sure like you thought it through. It makes sense for both of you. And then it's like, bro, I've got collabs with so many artists, bro, which I could name them, like you, J North, Bobby, Emperor, MB. Just everyone, literally everyone.
Keep going.
And it just keeps going, but then so when you've got all of them, the worst thing, bro, is planning music videos. What one you're going to do next? Like, are you going to work that? Like, that's the shit.
So do you not go by like, let's say, I've recorded this, I'm going to go shoot this? Or do you go record? Let me pick which one I want to do video to.
Yeah, I'll pick it. I've got loads of tunes in it, so like, thinking about EPs and that moving forward, and like obviously, but I dropped one on Hot Tub 1st of January, you know, as soon as we come into the...
What's the name of that song?
That's just called 2022 Freestyle, innit?
We'll cut to the 23 freestyle so you guys can have a quick glance on that. I like that one as well myself, I'll be honest.
Niggas only love you when it's time to say goodbye. It's the worst when you sit and watch your mother cry. But when you know it's cause of you, that's when it hits inside. But she don't see the streets like I do, it's different, bro. If all you got is dough, then tell me how you winning, bro. Trillin' billin', got my bros and all my niggas know.
But yeah, in regards to that, what was that process into that? Because I feel like that process, I seen MB as well in that video as well. So did that build that process to make the waiting time visual as well as a new song?
Well, obviously that was a bit of a mad day. So obviously we just shouted the Emperor. Obviously we sorted everything out. So that day we went. So like that day MB had come down from Swansea, you know? So like obviously we planned all that. Nice. To come down from Manny because it was Liverpool, Manny and Swansea, you know? So we planned it all. Come down. He hadn't even slapped his verse on the tune yet, bro.
So he was basically not even written the lyrics, but you knew you was jumping on that specific song. I like that, but go on.
We just went to the studio, our studio, boom, enough. Then that's when we started the video, a few slow-mos of us just chilling in the studio, vibes, and then boom, straight to music video. And then after the music video was done, I was like, cool, I like 11:30 or something. Come chill, freestyle. It was like a real thing, just the boys in the back chilling, smoking, because we were all goosed anyway from walking, going all mad places, you know what I mean? So we were just chilling. Yeah, bro, just mad.
I mean, that brings me to the same question. Like, how do you balance like life itself around your music? Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're now processing your friends that's over there. You're not thinking of need to go find a camera guy, need to go find a studio, make sure he can record his song. How are you balancing that? And then just going on about your daily routine.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes I could put a lot more thought into one video, but then I could just be like one day, bro. I can't lie. I could just wake up one day and be like, yo, I do want to just shoot a music video today. And I get a few drinks with the boys. We'll get a few splits and we'll go vibes and do a little music video. But then, whereas like other videos, I put a lot more thought into, like who's that video with Keto? Obviously, shout Keto, my nigga. Fucking, I know I put a lot of thought into that with the colours and stuff. You'll notice that the way it flickers between the blue and red, and obviously I worked with MPE like doing that too.
Yeah, because I like the animation thing. That brings me to a mindset of, that goes back to your FIFA question of that song, because I know that FIFA, it's a remix, so you've got an original one of your FIFA song, and then that's to you, NBA. So you've got an original one, but you've got a remix now. With that remix, I seen like a trailer you posted and it had like the animation, but I seen you put it in one of your recent work, which I was like, whoa, that must mean he's defo on that feature. Do you know where that mindset works for me is how I seen it as an audience. So like, where did you get that idea from as well, like mindset wise, or was that just an MB mindset as well?
I don't even think really we can give the credit to MB or me, to be fair. That's credit to Emperor really, innit? Like my mum was just like,
shout out to you know already.
He was just like, look at this, and then I was like, I want that in a whole music video, and that's how the other one come across with it was flicking with it. Because I just like it.
Because I seen this one's to MB as well, because he did something similar like that. I like it was I think he done a single with one of your Swansea friends, and in the clip it's like the camera guy's done a rotation round
that was
you.
Emperor's idea again, you know.
So I was like, whoa,
yeah, boy,
what's happening?
Bro, he's too
what angle is this? And then you're both proper going back to back, giving each other the back to back scene. I was thinking, wow, how are you like processing that mindset and then still processing the next scene? Do you know what I mean? But I'm glad to hear at least the camera guy's giving you guys some extra inputs as well. So that's also needed, especially when you're coming into a scene and you don't know how the other artist works. Like, it's best to always get someone, a third eye view, saying, oh, do it like that, or do it like that. Do you know what I mean? In regards to that, that brings me to waiting time. Waiting time. You need to get that right. Not waiting time. It's waiting time.
Yeah,
so in regards to waiting time, you love released that yesterday.
Yeah, man.
We'll cut to that right now. So you guys can have a clip.
Broke the addy into my ting back and BS stay close with my Rambo, with my Rambo, swing that at your face. Swing that at your face and wave my arm high in the figure of eight. Broski took taste and feds got paid. Now all these girls don't want me, I'm a top G like Andrew Tate. I'm in the studio, but truth like Drake.
2 on 1 more cats in line. Gang, all of them ask for the freebie because of the waiting time. So she wanna see me smile and please me, need more dough, got on my mind, I need more.
So in regards to waiting time, like how did that come along? I'll be honest, I just want to know how that process worked.
Yeah, so
Is that your song, Rdog?
Yeah. So I found the beat and then at a hook, and it was just like obviously through on my story I was like, who do you want to hear on this type of thing, innit? My mum popped up straight away. He's like, yeah, yo,
obviously
me.
you
Get me? He's like, yo, B. I was like, yeah, man, definitely. Because bro, I've been looking on for time as well. I was like, we need to do something soon anyway. So that tune made sense. And then Busy, like obviously I've linked up with Busy on Therapy. We've got me and Busy got a lot of bangers there put away. But I know him on a personal level anyway. I knew him before music. He's like half one of the boys in it, but he's from money. So I was like, yeah, we'll get that link there. And then obviously he's now got that link in with Busy, and Busy was looking at MB. He's like, that verse is cold, bro. He's like, so then obviously MB's seeing him.
So shout out to Busy
follow each other and that
as well.
Yeah, shout out to him, nigga,
Yeah. So that's just mainly how that came along.
Actually.
Okay, video wise, did you just meet up and just shoot the video straight off, or was it all done as in like studio day song?
There was a bit of confusion. So we were meant to do it one day. So like, look, I've got my man all the way down, and then obviously Busy for money. He was really ill in it, so we had to cancel. And then I think it was like 3 days later. He was like, yo, I'm better, come. And I was like, yo, Emperor, you free? MB, yeah, man, let's go. Let's get this done and do what we come to do.
Solid. Yeah. So scenery wise, let the audience know where they're watching that at. So are we shooting that in Liverpool? Are we shooting that in Swansea? Are we like, where are we at with that visual?
Pool, we all linked up in Pool.
Okay, that was all done in Liverpool. I like that. So I mean, from my perspective, every time I hear you come on the beat, I know one word that you always say that gets to me. So that brings me to this question: what's your like main affirmation, for example? What's your main quotes in general that keeps you going around music as well, that you put into your music sometimes and it keeps you going?
It's not even a question, that, bro. Come on, it's at the start of every single one of my songs, bro. It's look, I'm stressed.
Louder, I can't hear that. Say that again. Say that again.
look, bro, I'm stressed.
Aye. So break that down for me. So look, bro, I'm stressed. Is that just how you felt most of the time, but it's been now? You're like, whoa, that kicks you up. You're like, oh, it's music now. It's a thing now. Do you know what I mean?
Literally, bro, literally.
Yeah.
When man hear that look, bro, I'm stressed, you know, I'm coming in with like a
new wave.
mad thing,
Wave that it's that
yeah.
from the soul, from the
it's
heart
there,
and
it's
stuff.
there,
I feel you there. I feel you. Okay, now I'm gonna chase all them songs and I'll be like, ooh, he didn't say look, bro. I'm not listening to this song. This song deep. What about you, MB? Is it the same for you? Because for me, when I hear MB, it's always
I and B.
Oh, you got me there. That's the one. But yeah, is that like your affirmation as well that you process through? Okay, like what's a big artist that you've, I wouldn't say big, what's a street artist you work around that motivates you to keep doing music?
What's that mean?
As in, like, for example, how you say Emperor is just a camera guy for you, but you see Emperor as a musician as well. So what inspiration does he give you? Or is it Emperor that gives you the inspiration? Is it Benji? Is it, let's say, is it Central C? Is it J North, for example? Is it one of the other artists in the city? Which one of them gives you that motivation? Because you will go home and I'm sure you would watch a music video, for example. Who's that artist you're watching, for example? That's my question to you.
I can't lie, like, don't really have an artist. I say like the people around me, like, I can't lie, like,
Literally,
you,
bro.
Bobby, Emperor, you man have probably guided me a lot more and inspired me a lot more. Like, you man come at me like, yo, you're hard, lad. What are you doing, bro? Go get in the studio, like, da, da, da. But like, obviously, if I'm thinking about an artist, Lowski, bro, I've just been, he's who I've looked up to since like 2018.
Okay, yours is Lowski, yeah?
Yeah.
What about you, MB?
I'm just on the upcomers, bro. Like Rdog, KM, Bills, fucking PFLs, Tricks, you. Bear man, innit? If I was gonna listen to someone big, I'd say probably Ispot, you know? Comes with flows, I can't like.
I don't think I've come across that artist, you know?
Ispot.
OFG.
He's hard.
I need to definitely check him out then.
Heavy.
Is he drill?
Yeah.
Okay. Ispot. I'll definitely give him a look. 'Cause he's definitely not come across my list before. Wow. That's yeah. I didn't expect that from both of you, to be honest. Okay, looking into the future, like, where are you looking to put your music in 4 to 5 years?
Oh, that's a mad question, that, you know. I don't know, you know, I don't think I really want to plan that far ahead, because when you set yourself too far goals, when you don't reach them, you're going to be too disappointed.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking it as it goes. Like, I've got like a yearly plan, but I haven't really set out for like 4 or 5 years. But even 4 or 5 years, man's up there with the industry, bro. That's the dream, innit? That's why we're doing this shit, bro.
What about you, MB?
My answer the same as him, bro. Same answer.
Yeah, 5 years is too far ahead for you.
Yeah.
Let's say next week, maybe.
Next week.
Talk a few months, like summer or something, maybe it got me, innit?
Your song's only going as far as next week, basically.
Yeah, maybe like summer and that or something.
I like that.
Next year and
I
that.
like that.
Nah, man's
Okay. So, like, mindset-wise, looking at it like that perspective, yeah. If you get any other artists or some of your friends that are around you and they want to know what you're gonna do next year, because they're probably not gonna be around for this time, but they'll be there next year, what would you tell them moving forward? Would you just tell them, don't go studio, don't do this? What's your motivation to keep them still ready for you the time you're ready? Because your time seems to be very longer than theirs. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I get what
or
you're
quicker
saying.
than theirs.
Well, the way I see it, like, if you're working with me and that, if I've got a vision for it, if I'm telling you I've got a vision for it, but I don't know when it's going to be, then you often need to just trust the process. If you don't trust the process, so let's say I made a tune with MB now, and like, I'm saying, okay, I want to say this till next year, but then he's thinking I'm not serious because of that, but I've got a vision in my head. You just got to kind of like trust this. So that's where it works back to like picking what artists to collab with and that. Because you got to have the faith in the artist as well to bring what you are bringing them to the table, you know what I mean? Or what you want.
I mean, that pretty much answers my second question, I think. What are the lessons you've learned going forward around things like that? So I'm glad to hear that you've said that for them. Like, in the mindset of the streets and how it gets crazy, I wouldn't say vivid, like, with the violence and whatnot goes a lot around in the city anyway, regularly. Mindset-wise, what can you help the next generation to do to make sure they get off the street themselves that you've probably experienced yourself, especially around most of the projects you've done?
Just say, obviously, stay in school. I'll always say that, like, obviously, I know none of my little brothers or sisters will ever be like me, bro. Don't mean that in a bad way. I'm me, bro. I'm no regrets, no nothing, but my sister and my little brother and that, they won't be doing what I'm doing. They'll be in school, bro. They'll be getting their grades. So obviously I'll say to everyone to get that, but I also understand life hard. So if you are stuck up in that, just obviously try to find a way to either get out of it, or if you're doing it, just make sure you're doing it smart and you're not being stupid, because the consequences are real. Like,
Yeah.
the consequences are really real
Yeah,
when
you've
it hits the
definitely
fan. Yeah, literally.
Like being around the courts sector as well, and seeing all how they treat you, especially you get to now really see it where you're like, oh, I thought it's just easy and you deal with this and deal with this, but now I'm getting charged, I need to pay this and to pay this. Now I'm not. Now mum's upset. Now my cousin's upset. Now my nephew's not happy. Do you know what I mean? Little things like that you didn't plan for example. But what about you, MB? How do you see that? Do you know what I mean? Mindset wise, would you like be given? If anything, what's your information for the next generation around you that listen to your music?
Stay in school, man. Keep up with your education, innit? Behave yourself. Trust me.
I like that. Stay in school, educate yourself, and behave yourself. You heard that here first from MB. You know what I mean? And on that note, we're going to take a quick 5 minutes, let them all clear their head and see where we're at. You know what I mean?
Get rid bottle of water.
Six in the clip, the match jammed on the last one. The boys are fast.
Don't have no switch, everything automatic. Top bowl, the ball, I'm in the centre. Tryna bag me a hat-trick. Up a tactics, just keep me master. Pip and Kieran like Squid and Patrick. They can't match this. Jayden shoot shots. He shoots shots like Rashford. Jayden shoots shots.
Welcome back from the break. You already know Interstellar. You're with the Benji Effect, and I'm with Rdog and MB in the building today. We're just breaking it down in the big condo building, community building. As you know, we're just setting scenes. We're trying to break down what the music scene is like for these young ones in the community and how they're growing. So we bring it back to Rdog again on this question: where is your hotspot? Where's a hotspot in the city, in Liverpool? And I'll bring that back to you, MB.
The ends, bro, you know?
Where is the ends, please?
Obviously, just by Kenny, you know?
So like, would you say Kenny's a hotspot, or would you say Liverpool One's a hotspot? Do you see what I'm saying? That's a difference too.
Yeah.
I know Kenny, but I know if I go Liverpool, that's a hotspot.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that's a hotspot. Where's your hotspot in the Liverpool scene?
Oh, obviously, depends on what situation. So like, depends on like if obviously you're chilling with the boys, or like going out with your family, or what situation. And so what situation like?
Musically, when you do music, like vibes, even when you do shows, events, parties, and then even when you chill with your boys, because you know what I mean, you do all that in that same kind of hotspots. Do you feel me?
Yeah, well, obviously, I'd say musically wise, in the best place to obviously go is obviously like L1, the docks and shit. Because when you're putting on your music videos, like when you know Liverpool, like obviously you know like the docks, you know, like so when they're seeing that, they're like, oh yeah, Liverpool, and get to know you a little bit more then, innit? But then also like you do some scenes like by the ends, innit? Because that's where I'll be every day. That's where the boys will come down, chill, have a few bun spliffs, whatever, do what we're doing. So obviously get them clips by the ends, and then more time for like the town, get some scenes down in town ways, so that like obviously that scenery is a little bit more familiar.
Familiar to you.
We could just be shooting at ends in Kenny, and someone in fuck knows where doesn't know where the fuck we are.
Yeah.
But if we go down to the docks,
they just know where exactly that is straight away.
Yeah.
What about you, MB? Like, what's the hotspot in Swansea, should I say? I wouldn't say for Liverpool because we're hearing from Rdog, but when you come Liverpool, tell me a hotspot in Liverpool and then tell me a hotspot in Swansea first, actually.
So when I come Liverpool?
Yeah. So do Swansea first, then tell me where in Liverpool you would have as a second hotspot.
I'd say in Swansea, I'd say town, you know, because Swansea's just small, bruv. So town or...
Is it a quiet city, like, or...?
Yeah, dead quiet, bro. Small as well, you know. So it's hard as well growing your music out there, do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Because I feel like when I hear Swansea now again, I'm actually seeing just you now in that scene.
Bro.
Do you feel what I'm saying? Because I don't think I could pick any other artist that I know of that's mainstream. There probably is a lot, but I'm not seeing any that's active the way you're moving from city to city and still doing music, for example. You feel you're bouncing off the cities around you rather than just staying in one spot, for example. So what's that experience for you, like when you jump into city to city, and where's the hotspot in Liverpool?
I like it, you know. I like jumping from city to city still. It's good. And Liverpool, I say town, bro, for me. Yeah. Town just Like,
City Centre.
yeah, sick,
Stop.
bro. I rate it.
I like that. I like that. We love Liverpool, as you can hear. The City Centre is the hotspot. You heard that here first, loud and clearly. That brings me to Rdog's last project he was doing. 17 songs you said you had in the project. Are you looking to finish a full project, or you just looking to do just them as singles as you're going forward?
I'm looking to use some of them in the project. So obviously on the day we was going, it was a bit of a mad day, and obviously all my boys went there. Like, obviously I was looking to get time, and then like my solicitor said I was going away, blah blah blah. That's another day, another story.
That's another story.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so all the boys just linked up. We went down to Manny, booked Paris Studios, got all day, bro. 12 till, no, I think it was like 2 till like 11 at night or something, bro.
Shout out to Pirate Studios.
Yeah,
But
literally,
go on.
Obviously producing all of them was Liam, innit? Cold producer.
Shout out to Liam as well.
He kept us cool with us, not just for like fucking 10 hours or something, but the tracks all come out cold. But like, obviously some of them are planned for release when I'm not here, innit?
Okay.
So I've still
When you
planned
say
them
not
a
here,
little
break
bit.
it down a little bit for the
Yeah, I've
audience to
still-
understand
still
what they
got
mean.
more cases in it. I've still got a lot more cases that.
Okay, stuff
some
that
of
we
them-
can't talk on right
yeah,
now.
and they don't.
Okay.
They're not good at all in it. So like,
Okay.
we know definitely it's gonna happen. But obviously, so I prepare myself for like drops when I'm away. So like, obviously, it's not just Rdog's about and then gets nicked or whatever, and you don't hear nothing of me again, bro. Got tunes on tunes on tunes on tunes on tunes. Yeah, literally.
Is it the same for you, MB, or you just like keeping the audience in suspense so they don't even know what's coming? Do you know what I mean? Or do you actually have a pre-planned project idea coming in play?
Got no project still. Just
Just
bro.
music, drop, music video.
I plan to do a project in it, but just speaking to my management. I don't think I want to do one. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe next year still.
Okay, so that project's on hold now till next year,
Yeah.
basically. Even if there was one, it's on hold till next year.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I like that. I mean, for me, mindset-wise, stuff like that does come into play where you can't balance your work. You're lost with so much going on around you. That brings me to the question where, how did COVID work for you doing music? Did you like even get a chance to drop any songs around COVID times? 2021, 2020, going back them times. Did you even get a chance to even go out and experience anything COVID in general? How was that experience for you? Both.
Well, COVID's a little stressing, eh? Obviously, had everyone worried in it. The mums you worried as well, especially. Obviously, got to think of it too, but then at the same time, I was like, I want to make music. So sometimes, be a little bit stressful trying to go to the studio or something, but I'd always find a way to make it work because like I love doing this. It's a bit deeper for me, you know. There's a lot more shit than just going to a studio and putting something on it. It's a lot more to, obviously, a lot of us. Bro.
Same for you, MB.
Yeah.
More time, like when COVID hit, could you not travel from Swansea, for example, to Liverpool and that?
Bro, to be
Was
honest,
that
I
normal
don't
for
even
you?
think I done a music video, in COVID. I don't think so. Can't remember though, I'll be real. Can't remember nothing.
Okay, try and see if you lot check
I
that.
can't remember nothing.
I just
bro.
remember the mums you stressed.
See, so it was just stress around that time,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Oh, but that's crazy. That I wish you lot was actually mindset. But I mean, really and truly, where you lot are now, you're already still driven anyway to be pushing more narratives and being like, forget COVID. It wasn't nothing. I could still go forward and do this. I could still do that. I could still do that now, regardless. That's what I wanted to know. How did you lot process that consistency, to keep like, did Rdog used to ring you, or did someone else have to ring you to be like, oh, yo, come out, let's do this, or yo, the studio today? What was like that motivation? Where was you finding that?
Well, it's just like that normal if I'm linking up with my man anyway, because you gotta think it's not COVID, but we live out far away from each other, like 4 hours or something, bro.
4
you know
hours,
what I mean? It's like, so you gotta think about that shit not just in COVID anyway. So because man, if he's sitting here now thinking about, how am I gonna go studio, record a verse, get him on it, then get the video, You need to think about all that shit, not just in COVID. So in COVID, they've just made it 50 times harder, really, because you couldn't link up with them music videos or whatever. So it was just all about keeping them, the timing of our tunes, having faith, and then I've got tunes there that I know I'll never come out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll never drop. They'll just stay in my folder.
In the archives.
Yeah, just stay there, bro.
I mean, I'd love to hear some of them because I've heard a few snippets to the audience that don't know. Yeah, there's a few heat,
Crazy.
fire that I've heard. That I walked into the studio session. He was in a session once, and I was thinking, how are you gonna do this? He's like, Benji, wait, listen, just listen. I listened to it. I was like, what the hell? Yo, I mean, look, bro, I'm stressed. I was like, you were stressed that day. He was like, yes, Benji, I was, but today I'm blessed. I was like, even better. So, I mean, that brings me to that question as well. What's your best video you've done so far? Music video that you've both done so far, this, like, till today, to this date. Even including your new ones, your fresh
Collabs and that
ones.
as well, yeah. So just if
Even
I'm featured on
collabs.
it. Man's gotta be with
Yeah, that's
Sav
hard.
and Bobby in it.
Hard.
Yeah, just the whole process of that tune as well. Like, I was never meant to be on that tune, bro. I just went to the studio with them in it because obviously both me niggas sitting there, bro, and I'm just like, bro, I can't help myself, bro. The beat's on, and I'm just
and you're already writing.
Bobby's clocking me, and he's just looking at me. I can tell, and he's like, I've clocked you. You hopping on? Yeah, I'm hopping on. Then the video as well, the way it was thought out, and that was the first time I've ever done a video over 2 days as well. Wow. So like he had it like Bobby's like one of the best people, I'd say in my opinion the easiest person in this so far that I've worked with. Like he's just so on point with it. And that video, all the boys was there. We had dogs, apartments, drinks, vibes, all of us fucked. It was just
a
on that
vibe.
you can't really top unless it's.
I'll be honest. I'm getting flashbacks because I think I was one of the one of the guys in the back of the scenes. I was just in the back trying to see how it gets operated. But yeah, I enjoyed that as well. It was an epic night, that one. That's to you as well, MB. What's your best like music video so far?
FIFA still out soon.
Oh, I like that. It's
soon,
out
bro.
soon. It's not out yet. It's his best one, but it's not out
Trust me,
yet.
bro.
So understand
know.
that you need to see it.
Yeah,
Break that
trust me.
down. So that's the one with the remix with you.
Tricks, Rdog, and some JG, my boy from Swansea, innit?
Okay. So
Yeah, shout my man.
there's no dates for that yet. Shout him out as well if you
Yeah,
lot
shout
want.
JG, bro. My nigga still.
Aye. So how did working with, like, for example, with me, myself, the Interstellar CIC community, how they operate, how did that like influence you? How did that help you? How was that even helped you in the last 6 to 8 months, should I say?
I think it's good, bro. Stuff you're doing for the community as well. Free studio sessions and that's good, bro. Helping people out, innit? So I rate it still.
Good. What about you, Rdog? How's that for you? Like, how was your experience with it? I mean, not even your experience because you're still in it, as should I say?
Yeah. So, obviously, I reckon I had used Garden Me, like the Interstellar, Garden Me before you even made Interstellar. So,
Okay.
you man were helping me year and a half ago, like, but now you've like got that together and you was building something better, bro, for other people and that. Even dance, you're doing all my things. I was telling you, get the youngers, football, You're doing all of this stuff for the community, bro, and that's like, obviously, you know what it's like on the streets and trying to show the other ways. There's dance, there's football, there's all of this shit, and I'm all over it.
I like that. Now that you've actually said that, brings me to a question, Ada, because on that day of the football, because it was an artist day for the footballers, I seen all your players make it but you. So on that note, we had to throw them into the hot tub team. Yeah, the hot tub team had to struggle and deal with your team. I can't blame the hot tub because they showed up.
Where did they come?
We're not going to talk and speculate on where the teams came and who came last and who came first. It was about getting together as artists and musicians and playing football and showing the exercise around that. So I'm glad you lot came and enjoyed. And even though you didn't make it, you sent some of your friends to come join us and help and let them know that opportunity is there. So I'm glad you guys are pushing that narrative for us as well, mindset-wise. And I'm glad you lot are having this experience for yourself. And I'm glad you guys came to have a little sit down with me at Interstellar, you feel me? And for that, on that note, I'll leave it there. That was Rdog and MB. You get me? Check them out. They've just dropped their new single called Wait in Time. Out now. Right. And that's that.
Fucking